Let us together seize this moment, turning pain into purpose, conflict into cooperation.
President Bola Tinubu receives report on Ogoni consultations. Vice President Shettima calls on Gates Foundation for expanded investment in Nigeria. Nigerian Safety Investigation Bureau releases preliminary report on August train derailment. Hello and welcome to the late night news at 11 on NTA News 24, live from Abuja. I am Vivian Ezadifi. With full acknowledgement of the commitments of the Tinubu administrations towards addressing their challenges in the last 2 years, leaders in Ogoniland have unanimously expressed readiness to support resumption of oil exploration in their land. This was part of the recommendations in the report on Ogoni consultations presented by the Dialogue Committee to President Bola Tinubu at the State House. State House correspondent Musba Wahab reports.
The return of Ogoni delegation to the State House, fourth visit since President Bola Tinubu commenced his mission to right the wrong of the past and for a win-win situation for all parties. This time, the Dialogue Committee set up by the President under the coordination of a National Security Advisor to find a common ground between the federal government and the Ogoni people are here to submit reports after more than 7 months of consultation. The Ogoni people, with years of environmental pollution and degradation due to oil exploration, leading to agitation and the resultant loss of lives, are having new experience under the current administration. And for that, a prayer right from the heart.
Because you have given us a sense of belonging for the first time in our history, I pray that the good Lord will give you peace, unspeakable testimonies, unending love.
They acknowledged the President's sensitivity to their plight and remediation manifesting in the establishment of a Federal University of Environment and Technology in their land, commencement of the East-West Road, among other infrastructural projects. And now, with sense of assurance, they are ready to reciprocate the government's commitment and support the long-suspended oil exploration, but certainly not without some requests.
They view renewed activity not as a return to the injustice of the past, but as an opportunity to reset relationships, accelerate remediations, and unlock economic inclusions. This consensus, Mr. President, is neither coerced nor conditional on empty promises. It is anchored on 2 pillars: equitable participation and credible confidence building measures.
There is every sign that this government is serious about resolving these issues, and I think we need to give them all the necessary opportunity and time to ensure that this problem is resolved once and for all.
Let me thank the Ogoni people.
President Tinubu appreciated the people for toeing the path of peace and directed the Minister of Environment and the NSA to fine-tune the concluding processes towards rewriting the history, and in time, President Tinubu promises to deploy every government resource necessary to support the Ogoni people in the bid to harness the resource on their land for the benefit of their area and Nigeria in general.
We have shown the entire nation what disciplined dialogue can achieve. To the Dialogue Committee, your work now becomes the blueprint for the implementation. Let us together seize this moment, turning pain into purpose, conflict into cooperation, and transform the wealth beneath Ogoni soil into a blessing for the people and for Nigeria. We have to start now with dead assets. It's not valuable to the community, the country, and the people.
And in a new demonstration of genuine commitment to right the wrong, the President conferred posthumous national honor of Commander of the Order of the Niger, CON, on 4 Ogoni heroes.
We are living here with the hope that something practical is being done and that our matters have received a hearing at the highest level.
We are going to make sure that peace will be restored. Already it is, and hopefully you see the benefit of it, not just in Ogoniland, but the entire Niger Delta, and by extension also Nigeria.
From the State House, Musbah Nanwahab, NTA News.
Meanwhile, President Bola Tinubu has continued to prevail on captains of industry in a bid to support his administration drive in sustaining the downward trend in the prices of commodity, especially food items. The president this Wednesday received the chairman of BUA Group, Alhaji Abdul Samad Rabiu, in the State House with discussions centered on food prices. In an interview with our State House correspondent after their meeting behind closed doors, Alhaji Rabiu commended the president for various reforms leading to stability in the economy, including the duty waiver on some food items and the harmonization of foreign exchange, among others.
I expect that the rate should come down to maybe 1,300 to 1,400 naira before the end of the year. Really, for all of this, we must give full credit to His Excellency and the government. You know, there are bold reforms and decisive policies creating the foundation for a stronger economy, a more stable currency, and a better future for businesses and Nigerians alike.
He encourages Nigerians to continue to support the administration in order to sustain the positive improvement in prices of commodities.
Last year and what we have today, you see that there is a significant reduction in all the, commodities, prices of food items. So I think we just need to be a bit more patient. Clearly things are getting better, and we must continue to support the government. And we owe this progress, to the vision and leadership of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Vice President Kashim Shettima has hosted the President of Namibia, Nadi Nadebia, on the sidelines of the United Nations General Assembly, where the Namibian leader announced her planned official visit to Nigeria. The Vice President, in a high-level session, also met with a delegation from the Gates Foundation, led by the CEO, Mark Zussman. State House correspondent Abdurrahman Jibrila reports.
The Namibian leader, who assumed office March 21, 2025, commended Nigeria's diplomats for their invaluable contributions to her government and country. Acknowledging Nigeria's leadership role among Africa member states, she found it appropriate to leverage on the ongoing opportunity to meet with Vice President Kashim Shettima to establish more mutual ties. Vice President Kashim Shettima reaffirmed Nigeria's commitment to deepening bilateral relations with Namibia, saying Nigeria-Namibia relationship should be taken to the next level. In a separate high-level session, Vice President Kashim Shettima met with a delegation from the Gates Foundation, appreciating the foundation for its support in healthcare, agriculture, and financial inclusion, while calling for expanded investment in Nigeria.
Now we have gone to Rubicon. We are on an upward trajectory. For last quarter, the economy grew by 4.3%. We are expecting that in the next 2 years we will hit 7%. We have no option than to grow. And now our foreign reserves has hit $42 billion. It's still little for a nation of Nigerians. infrastructure, but it's still better than why we made it. There's a lot of agitation within the nation because of the fallouts of our economic policy. But it's a maturation process. It's a price that we all have to pay for the nation to be stabilized.
We have some specific aspirations to really scale up the Cabermet's domestic seed production in Nigeria and ultimately have it wholly domestically produced at a much lower cost. And then also wanted to make sure we touched on some of our broader work supporting your investments in human capital, that's both in education and in health more broadly. As you've heard from Mr. Gates, and I know you yourself have been helping drive a human capital development strategy. We think those are, the most essential investments in the citizens of Nigeria.
What I wanted to now put to the table to the Gates Foundation is your.
Nigeria's Minister of Education appealed for greater Gates Foundation support in education, especially in the areas of technology and artificial intelligence. The Gates Foundation has signed a new grant with the Central Bank of Nigeria to support related initiatives, saying Nigeria is one of the foundation's strongest partners on the African continent. From New York, Abraham Jibrila, NTA News.
Minister of Foreign Affairs Yusuf Tuga has underscored the strategic importance of renewed U.S.-Nigerian cooperation, calling for stronger investment ties during a high-level roundtable convened by the Business Council for International Understanding on the sidelines of the 80th United Nations General Assembly. A statement by the minister's aide says the meeting, which brought together Vice President Kashim Shettima and top executives of leading U.S. companies, focused on investment opportunities in Nigerians. Priority sectors, including energy, agriculture, technology, and finance. Tuga urged Washington to prioritize partnerships with anchor states in Africa, such as Nigeria, where population, abundance, resources, and continental skill make Nigeria a natural destination for U.S. business partnerships and collaboration. The Foreign Affairs Minister said such a collaboration will drive down costs, allow access to a vast talent pool, and help integrate millions of informal businesses into the formal economy. We'll bring you more reports after this timeout. Stay with us.
Feel the power of precision, engineered to perfection. Every component is crafted with care, and each design is meticulously tested. From concept to creation, our engineers push the boundaries of technology, seamlessly blending performance and sustainability with a deep commitment to African ingenuity. Introducing the CNG Boss, a remarkable achievement in engineering designed to operate on compressed natural gas, a cleaner and more sustainable fuel alternative. At Innocent Vehicles, we proudly lead the way in creating greener mobility across Africa. And it doesn't stop there. From SUVs to sedans, spacious buses to electric cars, Innocent offers a wide range of models designed to meet every need. Innocent Vehicle, the pride of African roads.
Welcome back. The Nigerian Safety Investigation Bureau has released a preliminary report on the August 26, 2025 train derailment on the Abuja-Kaduna rail line. According to the investigation, the incident was attributed to inadequate maintenance, lack of accessible spare parts, and malfunctioning equipment, including CCTV cameras. Going forward, the Director General of the NSIB, Captain Alex Bade Jr., in a statement says the Bureau has made recommendations, including providing refresher training for Nigerian Railway Corporation personnel to ensure they are up to date with safety procedures, replacing damaged sleepers to guarantee track stability, installing original equipment manufacturer standard point switches along the routes, and restoring defective protective equipment such as communication devices and CCTV cameras. The derailment occurred at 11:09 near Asham Station, resulting in 21 injuries but no fatalities. A final report will be released in due course, which will provide further insight into the incident and measures to enhance rail safety in Nigeria. The Nigerian Police Force has held a solemn day of tribute at the Police Resource Center in Abuja in honor of late former Inspector General of Police, Dr. Solomon Arase. Francis Fogg reports that the day of tribute was more than a memorial. It was a reflection on the enduring legacy of a man whose leadership, reforms, and visions left an indelible mark on policing in Nigeria.
Officers, dignitaries, family and friends gathered to celebrate the seasoned late police boss, his life, leadership and reforms during his tenure as the 18th IGP from April 2015 to June 2016. Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbetokun described Arase as a professional, while tributes from retired IGPs, civil society, and international partners highlight his commitment to community policing, accountability, and welfare of police personnel.
Technical Intelligence Unit, the Intelligence Response Team, the Complaint Response Unit, are all his creations. These units today remain the cornerstone of modern policing in Nigeria.
He possessed a remarkable power of endurance. Arase lived a good life. He served this country. He did his best.
Solomon was a quintessential police officer, a consummate one.
This is a man who is fearless, who is honest, who is trustful.
A capable hand that I say the first intellectual in the Nigeria Police Force as IGP.
He was my strong pillar, confident and professional guide to me in my career.
Solomon really exhibited the wisdom of Solomon.
The best way to honor him is to continue the journey of reform and service to which he devoted his life.
Family members expressed gratitude for the honor, noting his pride in serving the nation.
He was truly the best father a girl could ever ask for, a true champion for us, his daughters.
Even though we won, we are happy at the kind of life that he lived.
The event was a call for officers to build on Arase's legacy, ensuring the force remains people-centered and anchored on professionalism and service. Francis from NTA News.
The Chief Corporate Communication Officer of NNPC Limited, Andy Ode, has visited the Nigerian Television Authority to deepen collaboration between the two organizations. The Executive Director of News of the NTA, Ayo Adewuyi, who received the delegation, also committed to a win-win working relationship with the oil company. Lydia Sampson has more.
It was a relaxed and friendly atmosphere, not surprising, since Andy Ode actually began his career with NTA. This made the visit feel like a homecoming of sorts. During the discussions, Ode highlighted the critical role of strategic media partnership in keeping Nigerians informed about developments in the oil and gas sector.
Of course, to say a big thank you to you for the support we have received in terms of coverage, and more importantly, the quality of relationship that exists between the NTA and the NNPC. The value that NNPC is expected to bring to the nation is properly captured in terms of sustainability. That's what the current leadership is doing to ensure that the NNPC of today provide value, and ensures value for Nigeria.
He pledged NNPC Limited's full commitment to providing accurate and timely information that supports national energy goals. NTA's Executive Director of News, Ayo Adeoye, in turn reiterated the authority's dedication to supporting national development through deliberate and impactful communication efforts.
There are rules about broadcasting. There are things that NTA will not do. There are things will happen in NNPC that we need to consult as a group. This might cause national embarrassment. How do we go about it? It is not about shirking in our responsibilities as journalists, but in our social responsibility in protecting the integrity of the nation.
The meeting also explored joint initiatives such as content sharing, co-productions, and media training opportunities. The visit marks a renewed drive to strengthen transparency and communication channels between NNPC Limited and NTA, ultimately delivering credible and comprehensive petroleum industry news to audiences across the country. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
President Bola Tinubu has been commended for making good on his promise and providing an enabling environment for artisans in Nigeria to thrive. The Skill Up Artisan Program, a brainchild of the president, was given special praise at a convergence of artisans in Abuja.
This government of President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu remembered them. And he's saying that he's going to lift them up. He did not only promise them during the campaign, and he has started lifting them up. And they appreciate it on behalf of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the super program, Skill Up Artisan. As I'm talking to you, training is going on, and it will continue to go.
This is the late night news at 11 on NTA News 24. Here is a recap of our top stories.
Together, since this moment, turning pain into purpose, conflict into cooperation.
President Bola Tinubu receives reports on Ogoni consultations. Vice President Shettima calls on Gates Foundation for expanded investment in Nigeria. Nigerian Police Force honors late IGP Solomon Arasi.
This is NTA News 24.
Political ideologies and good governance have been identified as pivotal for entrenching sustainable and participatory democracy in the country, which promotes healthy competition among key players and provide alternatives among Nigerians. This was positions of various speakers, among them academics and the political class, at the public lecture in honor of a renowned historian, late Dr. Yusuf Bala Usman of the Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. Sagir Awal reports that the lecture was to commemorate 20 years of the death of the university.
Late Yusuf Bala Usman, an academic by excellence with many books, journals, and articles to his credit. In addition, late Bala Usman was a political colossus with a clear-cut political ideology for the emancipation of the downtrodden. While alive, he schooled a number of academics at his alma mater, the Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. The late university don't command respect among political class in the country. His books remain a reference point in the academia.
His view of education is that of a functional investment in human capital development, which is anchored in the vision of building a knowledge-driven economy rather than a resource-driven one.
In addition of his outstanding contributions, friends, students, and political disciples gathered to remember him 20 years after his demise. Speakers are clear on the position of the late Bala Usman on political ideology and good governance.
The
message for the participants and other Nigerians is that we should look at Bala Usman as a metaphor. Bala Usman as an idea, a generic idea that should be applied by everywhere, and for the achievement of the same objective for which he lived and fought.
Someone has been remembered not for the money that he has accumulated, not for the power that he has exercised, but for the power of the intellect. And we are very, very proud of Dr. Yusuf Bala Usman, and his legacies are all over the place in that he has developed human capacity.
The memorial lecture instituted by those who believe in his political and academic ideologies served as a platform to reinforce their commitment to the unity of this country and uphold democracy as the best form of government. From Zaria, Sagir Muhammad Awal, NTA News.
And that concludes the late night news at 11 on NTA News 24. Thanks for watching. I'm Vivian Ezadifi. Bye for now.
Now,
Nigeria at 65, a continental giant takes another step forward, navigating the contradiction fueled by a colorful and resourcefully diverse populace, yet questions linger on the destination of state, propelled by the vagaries of nationhood. What is your contribution to this journey? Join the NTA and an eclectic mix of everything Nigerian, from the academic deans to the street kings, who will lend their voices on the platform that has always been a part of the journey. The NTA on October 1st, 2025.